Hey folks, it's Jake here at Canadian Cutting Edge. Some of you are saying, but Jake, I can't afford a TS Prof sharpening system or a Hapstone, R1 sharpening system. What can I get? Well, I've already talked about some things that you can get that are really, really inexpensive. And earlier this year, I came across SHARPAL. Now, SHARPAL isn't that well known in Canada, well, at least not by me. I haven't seen it around that much, but it is available. And they make a wide assortment of sharpening equipment, tools, if you want to call them that, of a wide range. Everything from, something for in your kitchen countertop to the stuff that guys can carry around lightly and easily in your pocket or in a backpack, all kinds of different ways. Today we're taking a look at this one. This is the BuddyGuard. You've got a 325 grit side and a 1200 stone grit side right here. A 2 meter or 6.6 feet paracord here, and you get a piece of leather that it stores in that functions also as a strop. So let's put this on the tabletop and take a good close look at it. I'm going to review all of these items, but I can't fit them all in one video, at least not to do it fairly. So today we're taking a look at this BuddyGuard, and I'll put the rest away for now. One of the first things you're going to notice about this thing is it's a bit dirty, and that's because I've put stropping compound on this side already, and I've tested it and used it. This is pretty good leather on here. On this side it says SHARPAL, and you could use stropping compound on both sides, even though you've got the letters embossed here. This side wouldn't work quite as good as this side, but hey, it would work okay. One thing I do have to tell you, that out of the package, this leather sheath, if you will, was so tight I couldn't get it all the way onto, there and off. It comes shipped beside like that. Let me see if I can find the package still. Yeah, here it is. So it comes shipped like that. And the leather was just too small, but there's a super, super easy fix to this. And it's called, dunk this in water, take a mug or something and fill it with water. Let it soak for, 15, 20 minutes, what have you. And then you take this, and you could wrap this in plastic or whatever first, if you wanted to, if you don't want to risk having this rust at all. And that's what I did. I just took a Ziploc bag, actually, and I stuffed it over there. And then I put it on top of there, and I let it dry on there for about 15, 20 minutes. Then I took it off, made sure I dried this all very well. And then I just let this sit and let it dry, and now it's perfect. It fits on there with enough retention that it's not falling off. If I hold it upside down, it's not falling off easily, but it's not hard to take off either. So that's one little hint to make it a little bit easier to use. Now what you got here is, the paracord's put on here. There's a hole there that you can put extra lanyard on if you want to, and I did that for a while. It says right here, extra fine, 1200, so that's 1200 grit on that side. Coarse, 325 grit. So you can use this for sharpening just about anything that you want. So here's a knife, and you can sharpen. I like using this right here actually to get my angle, because that is actually fairly close to 20 degrees, but the longer or the deeper a blade is, the less that angle is going to be. So you can't just guarantee that that's going to work. But for a lot of knives, that's a pretty good angle. And you start there, and you slide it across, and you sharpen the knife. Very little pressure, especially while you're learning. And, the other side, 3 or 5, and then you change sides and do the other side. If you do a whole bunch on one side, you're going to ruin your angles and, everything there. So do a few strokes back and forth. And once you've got that fairly sharp, you get over to the fine side and you do the same thing there. You slide it away from yourself, and you're not going to hurt yourself. Obviously, cut towards your chum. And the other side. Now, I'm not going to show you all of this. I'm not going to show you exactly how long it's taken me. This is not a how-to video, but I'm just showing you what you need to do to get it to sharpen. And once you've got that edge done very well the way you want it, you stick it on the strop, and now you have to pull. If you push on here, you're going to cut up your sheath, or the leather, of course. So you pull back towards yourself, or push away from yourself if you're doing the other side. So whatever's most comfortable for you. If you're using your left hand, you're pushing away on one side and pulling on the other side. You know, if you're using your other hand, you know, it's the opposite way. If you're ambidextrous, you can switch hands if you want. And, you know, you just strop up your blade. Now, since I started off with the course, I did make this thing dull ahead of time. So let's see, where's my paper? Here it is. Here's my notes, and that's my notes about the price. Well, let's do this right away before I forget. Amazon.com, $22.90. They do ship, that's US dollars. They do ship to Canada. I checked that out. I don't know how much duty you're going to have to pay. Once our trade agreement goes all the way through, you'll pay zero duty because it's going to be up to $200 for items from the US to Canada. I'm not sure if that trade agreement's all the way through or not yet. Anyhow, Amazon.ca, $42.99 Canadian dollars. Australia has it on their Amazon site too, $52.99 Australian dollars. Amazon United Kingdom, Amazon Germany don't have it in stock. It weighs 155 grams to 5.4 ounces if you're carrying it around. But yeah, sorry, now I got the paper here. Let's check and see if it cuts. Okay, I just grabbed the edge a little bit wrong before. So that's not bad at all for just a little bit of sharpening. And I didn't spend an awful lot of time at all. I literally just showed you what I did. I showed all of it on the video, everything that I did. If you do need to do it towards yourself, if that just works better, then go ahead, do it towards yourself. Whatever works best for you, but I'm just saying if you're going to be safe, do it away from yourself. All right? So clean up that edge. What else can you use this thing for? Well, you can sharpen an axe. So there you go, a block. I do that because I want to put this down so I can hold it still. You don't want whatever you're sharpening to move. You can see this thing's chewed up. I let family borrow this thing and they just chewed up this axe an awful lot. And so then there you go. You just start sharpening. Or just at one spot if you need to fix a spot. So you just take the coarse grit and you lay it on the stone, just a slight angle. On this one, you've got that angle there. You can feel the angle if you put the sharpening thing flat. It's hard to show on here. I don't have a lot of room. If you put it flat on that bevel, and then you just tip it up a tiny bit. And that's all you need to do. So flat on the bevel, tip it up a tiny bit. This spot here is quite damaged, so I can focus there. And that's all it takes. And then you do the fine, and you get that sharp. I'm not going to sharpen this thing and test it and everything. Same thing with the lawnmower blade. If you want to take that off and do that, all kinds of things you can do. Just make sure if you're moving this part, then make sure whatever you're sharpening is held very firm. If you're moving the thing that you're sharpening, then just make sure you got a secure hold and go ahead and sharpen. It's a very good option. For the price, I totally recommend it for, say somebody's hiking, they're going on a 1-week hike or something. You want something that's going to last and be durable. You might want a backup as well. And they've got other systems as well that are really good that you could use as a backup. Especially if you're going hiking for a while, you might want to choose this one. There's 3 different grits, and it's got a safety feature. I'm not going to show it, but there for your fingers, but there's a mirror there for signaling. There's so many different options without breaking the bank. There's no reason not to carry something with you to help sharpen up your edges. So if you need any of these, consider using my Amazon links. That helps out an awful lot. And helps my channel to keep on growing and be financed. It is expensive to make videos. It's not free. It's free to upload, not free to make videos, that's for sure. So there you go. Thanks for using my links, guys. Thanks for liking, sharing, commenting, and subscribing. And remember, guys, always sharpen towards your chum, not your thumb.